to rain when it pours. The benefit of every last fan who raised a hand on your command. Let's connect more. The chance to support the amateur. Connect more. Revival of the vibe with the score.
The world is approximately 120,494,500 square kilometers. In that landmass, Europe takes up of only about 8.2%, while the rest of the world takes up 91.8%. Why is it then that most history classes are very Eurocentric?
A lot of the 10th grade curriculum is about Europe, so maybe 50 to 70% of the curriculum for 10th grade is about Europe.
In education in California, there are the standards, which when actually analyzing the standards, they're not too bad. But the presentation of the standards is all pending upon the teacher. So overall, the curriculum is biased from a male perspective, a Eurocentric perspective. It lacks a lot of gendered perspectives, ethnic perspectives, different cultures and communities. The curriculum in itself. And in addition to that, teachers are already misconstruing or not even presenting the standards to the standards.
Out of the 69.2% students that dropped out, 15% were American Indian/Alaskan natives, 12% were African Americans, 11% Hispanics, 6% Pacific Islanders, and 2% Asian descent who were all native born in the U.S. We need to fix this problem and help these students stay interested in school.
Worst consequence I can think of right offhand is this sort of like self-loathing and shame about where you come from, which makes me really sad.
People are not provided with an identity or a history to their ancestors or where they've come from. It's a very empty feeling. One of my friends, she says that it's similar to the feeling of a ghost. Like a ghost can look into a mirror, though a ghost may know he or she's there. If he or she looks into a mirror, they are not there.
I think as ethnic studies and PEPs commonly say, you know, no history, no self, K-N-O-W, no history, you have no history, N-O, you know, you have no self, there is no sense of self. Otherwise, you're put in the position of trying to be an American, you know, which I try to make everybody feel like an American in my class to the extent that they want to.
If people don't learn about each other's ethnicity, then it may lead to unnecessary conflicts between people of color.
There's this quote, you know, that we all know is, you know, you don't really know where you're going unless you know where you came from. Sadly, a lot of our youth just don't really know who they are and where they came from, and often the violent and sad histories and histories that we often don't talk about are the things we have to talk about, because those are wounds that have yet to heal.
I feel like ethnic studies can really help because a lot of times, you know, the things, how we treat each other, the tension between racial groups and ethnic groups have a lot to do with not knowing. Like not knowing about another person's culture or not even caring about another person's history. I think that that's why ethnic studies is so important, because if we learn about each other, then we'll really have, you know, like a more respect. And then that we would be able to treat each other better than we really do already.
Ethnic studies is also important because it gives voice to students who often feel like they don't have a voice, and often empowers students and people and communities to actually create change for themselves and their communities.
Ethnic studies, that's the solution for schools to like have students feel that pride about themselves.
Not just for me, but for everyone. Every third world boy and girl who can run from poverty, the bourgeoisie, these corrupt, oppressive societies. Ooh, this one's for you.